One of the things that I'm quite often asked is, why do I make these videos? And why do I appear to wake up every morning and write about 5 blog posts before breakfast, which, as a matter of fact, I do? What is it, people say to me, that motivates me to work in this way? Why is it that I feel absolutely impelled to write and to talk to the video camera I'm looking down now? The answer is very simple and very straightforward. I can't stand injustice. And I was exposed to injustice very early on in life. I'm a twin, and my twin and I are not identical. I love my twin. He's a great guy. I always have. We started out together, literally. We call ourselves the womb mates, and we're still going, and we still talk to each other quite often. But we are very different people. I realized how different we were when at the age of 10 or 11, the state discriminated between us. There was in those days a thing called the 11 plus exam. It still exists in some part of the UK, quite extraordinarily. And in Suffolk, where we were, we took that exam. I was sent to a grammar school and he was sent to a secondary modern school. And the key is in the name. It was a secondary education. And I was angry about that. And he was angry about that. And I realized that we had suffered state-created inequality, but that there were better options available. At the age of 12, I campaigned in the 1970 general election on the basis that I wanted comprehensive education. It made me a supporter of Harold Wilson's Labour Party at that time, and he went on and lost. And I had an early education in how hopes don't necessarily turn into outcomes. But it taught me something. It taught me that inequality poisons opportunity. It destroys hope, and it creates differences where differences do not need to exist. And politics should oppose those things. One of the ways I've always done this is by writing. I was told by a mentor when I was in my teens that if I really was politically motivated, and he clearly understood that I was, then the best thing that I could do was not become a politician, but become a writer. Because he said, it's writers who change the world. Politicians use their ideas. And I've been writing on and off and in different ways ever since. But as my wife says, the internet was made for me to argue on, and argue I will. And what I'm arguing for is a level playing field for everyone. I've spent decades as a political economist, as an accountant, as a tax specialist, particularly working in the international arena in the last case, seeing how systems of power and money management really work. I've seen how the wealthy use them to establish privilege for themselves and to deny access to others. That experience, real-world experience, based on the reality of what I observed, is what motivated me to challenge those systems. I want to make the world a better place. The wealthy shape our laws, they shape markets, and they shape the narratives that are used to protect their interests in those. Meanwhile, ordinary people face stagnant wages, insecurity, poor services, and are denied a voice. And this is not by accident. This is a system designed by a few and captured by them for their own advantage. Just look at the way the private media works to see how that happens. And my belief is that everyone deserves security, dignity, and a fair chance. I'm not pretending that we will all get equal outcomes. That is not possible. It may not even be desirable. But what I do believe is that everyone deserves equal respect in life, and everybody must have a chance, whoever they are, whatever they came into this world with, wherever they came into this world, and whoever their parents might have been. Societies are stronger and healthier when they are more equal. I think the evidence for that is overwhelming. And for that reason, these are the values behind everything that I write. I write to expose what's hidden and what we need to know that would make it possible to achieve these goals of a fairer, more just world. So I've written about tax and commercial abuse. I've written about the secrecy provided by tax havens and the politics of deceit that are so commonplace in the UK and so many other countries. I talk about who gains and who pays the price from these activities. And I speak out because silence only helps the powerful, and I will not be silent as a result. I have no intention of being neutral in what I write. I write to demand change, to press for policies that deliver fairness, security, and opportunity. I want to deliver for people with real lives. I'm not interested in academic abstraction. And if that makes me unpopular, so be it. Injustice won't fix itself. We have to create a level playing field. And if my writing does in any way help this fight, I'll keep writing. So tomorrow morning, I will write 5 blogs before breakfast. I suspect I will make a video, and I will comment on social media. And you can help. You can share this video. You can share the stuff I write on my blog, the Funding the Future blog. There's a link down below. You can comment here, there, on Twitter, on BLUESKY, on LinkedIn, or on Facebook, and I post on all of those. You can subscribe to this channel. And you can donate, because this channel does cost money to run. But most of all, as I say very often, campaigning and democracy are not spectator sports. They're participatory. And you too can campaign on what matters to you, because we all need to build a better world. And you too can do that by speaking, writing, and even starting your own YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do click the like and subscribe buttons, because they do genuinely help us spread the word on YouTube. As importantly, could you have a look at the section below this video where it says more, and there you'll find a link to my blog. And if you follow that for the specific link to the blog entry related to this video, you'll find a transcript of this video and lots of other related material, plus a ChatGPT prompt that you could use to write a letter to your MP on the contents of this video, which will turn you into a campaigner, which will be a great thing to do. Finally, if you do appreciate the work we're doing, can you think about giving us a donation? If you'd like to do so, there's a link below, or you can find one on my blog where there's a Ko-fi button saying, please buy me a coffee. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again soon.